Friday the 7th of February 2020. Look at that blue sky, it's a lovely sunny day, a little bit chilly for February. We're at Coulsdon Town, going to ride the Tattenham Corner branch today as we visit every station. Yeah, this is another exercise in ticking off stations. Obviously in 2017 I came along here and we went along the branch to Tattenham Corner. There's like Tadworth, Woodmansterne, Chipstead, but I will arrive or leave at every station by train. Coulsdon Town, 15-minute walk off the main line from Coulsdon South. It's interesting that they actually put up departure screens here showing you what trains are at Coulsdon South. Coulsdon Town used to be called Smitham Station until 2011. That was the original name of the area. There's like a Smitham Primary School and a Smitham Downs Road, but it was renamed at the request of the DfT to Southern Railway when they got the franchise back in 2010, 11, about 9 or 10 years ago. But I think we should just rename, just for a moment, let's just rename Coulsdon Town back to Smitham. Point to note, that's not an entirely small double arrow symbol here at Coulsdon Town, Smitham, Coulsdon Town. Right, I've got to go and get the bus, the 166. What's exciting is that the 166 runs 3 times an hour, but only once an hour does it go all the way through to Epsom. Most of them just 2 out of 3 stop at Banstead. I got one that was going to Epsom. That's kind of fun. Anyway, Woodmansterne station is that way. It's very quiet. In zone 6, nobody can hear you scream at Woodmansterne. I've got my map because I want to show you where we're going today. This is the new, hard to find, had to ask so many ticket offices, the new London and South East combined rail map, which is smaller and bigger. The old ones, it used to be about, in the racks, they were about an inch taller, and now what they've done, so they're small in that respect, because they're bigger overall. I think before it was just a double fold, and now, as you can see, it's a triple fold. But if we look down here, I'll put my map down here, you can see here, we started our day at Smitham, Coulsdon Town. It's weird how on the map Reedham and Coulsdon Town it looks like already branched off, but Reedham and Coulsdon Town are right next to the main line. It's only when you get here to Woodmansterne that you feel like you've branched off. So we've got the bus to Woodmansterne, I'll then get the train 1 stop down to Chipstead, then, and this is the exciting part, best bit of the video, we're going to walk through Banstead Woods for a very specific reason to Kingswood, and after Kingswood just got to knock out Tadworth and Tattenham Corner. So, and there's something cool to see, I hope, between Chipstead and Kingswood. By the way, we appear to have a blowing bin bag.
This train is the southern service to Tattenham Corner, calling at Chipstead, Kingswood, Tadworth and Tattenham Corner.
The next station is Chipstead. Yes, it is. Ooh. That's nice. Look. Clearly the old station house, now private residence or 2, complete with old sign as well. Used to be a much grander station, didn't it? Right, Chipstead, over there in the distance is Banstead Woods. And here's the main thing for today's video. A few months ago, last year, when I did the ironically titled London's Only Foot Crossing, because I knew it wasn't London's only foot crossing. A lot of you, thank you, left comments telling me where all the other foot crossings were in London. There's 2 here, in between Chipstead and the next station down, which is Kingswood, except for the caveat that I recognise that we have now left London, so we're outside of London, but it's in zone 6, it's on the London map, you can pay Oyster to get there, so it sort of feels like London, but in the middle of Banstead Woods there are 2 foot crossings that I want to go and find. I think my camera slipped down. Not a foot crossing, clearly a rather large road bridge here, and then just the pathway through, but I'm pretty sure that the foot crossing is next. walking along the road, and if it wasn't for the fact that I was checking OpenStreetMap on my phone, I would have missed a little wooden sign that said public footpath, and this path which leads up, ta-da, what very much looks like a foot crossing. Shall we do that again? Foot crossing, always, obviously, listen, look both ways. That is foot crossing number 1. I'm unsure or not whether to go into the woods or whether to go back down to the main road to find the second one. Okay, second footpath to lead us down, it's muddy, to what I think will be the second foot crossing. There it is. It's at an angle. Look, it's at a really... I'll come this side of the gate to be safe. I'd expect crossings to sort of be straight across, but it's at quite a severe angle across, which I find sort of disconcerting. I made it to Kingswood, which is a very pretty original station building. Still used as a ticket office in the morning. All I could get was a bad reflective shot through the glass because it's only open until about midday. Access from both sides. And I wait my train, which is in 2 minutes. Oh, and the next one's cancelled. Oh, that's great. That means I'll have to walk. I'll have to walk from Tabworth to Tattenham. Great. Still experimenting with that whole rotate and inverse the camera shot as the train pulls in. I don't think I've quite nailed it yet, but I'm working on it. Okay, quite a lot of people got off at Tadworth. I'm just walking down to the other end of the London-bound platform. I just had a quick squint at the timetable board though, so YouTube, if you could help me with a wee conundrum that I'm having. In the major Thameslink timetable / Southern shake-up of, was it the May before last? Was it last May? I'm fairly sure, something that I omitted to mention this morning, just gonna rest my camera down, here comes the bump, here comes the bump. And let's get it out of the sun. Oh, don't start drilling. Why would you do that? Can you hear it? In the Thameslink timetable shake-up, I'm fairly sure that all trains went to Tattenham Corner and there were no terminators at Coulsdon Town. Now it seems that 2 an hour terminate and reverse at Coulsdon Town, and only 2 an hour go all the way through to Tattenham Corner. Did it used to be 4 trains all the way through to Tattenham Corner, or were the ones that just terminate at Coulsdon Town like a new additional thing? If anybody can remember what the service pattern was like 2 years and beyond ago, let me know in the comments. That would be... Don't start buzzing. So I decided to wait in Tabworth for an hour, where the coffee shop closed at 3 and there's no toilets here. So here comes my train at last. It's the 15:38. I just wanted to say that I had left on a train from Tabworth, so we'll go one stop to Tattenham Corner and I'll end my day there. Let's get the train. Quite a lot of people.
Is Tattenham Corner.
A lot getting out at Tabworth, and in fact this carriage is now empty. So what I want to see is how many people are actually on this train at Tattenham Corner. I'm betting a very small number. I saw one other person on the train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And myself, 9, 10. And that does bring us to the end. That is Tattenham Corner building station. I still think it's odd that people would commute here because I feel that Epsom Downs is maybe nearer and you can get faster services to London from Sutton rather than going the long, slow way round via Coulston and Croydon. But end of the line. Noticeably the wind's picked up because we're up on Epsom Downs. It's a bit more chilly, but I'm going to do exactly what we did on all the stations when we were here in 2017 and walk 25 minutes past the racecourse across the Downs and catch the train home from Epsom Downs station. That's it, ticked off all the stations on the Tattenham Corner branch and 2 foot crossings too. Thanks very much. Hit subscribe down below for more videos like this. Thanks.